auto, otra práctica libre, ¿no? Y más kilómetros arriba del auto, porque allá hay inconvenientes con el asiento, ¿no? Todavía te
Sí,
cuesta
no,
sentirte cómodo.
hay pequeñas cosas todavía que hay que ir mejorando y que hay que ir poniendo a punto, por eso hay que tomarse esas primeras 5 o 6 carreras con un poco de perspectiva, un poco de calma, porque hay muchas cosas que viniendo de otro coche pues han cambiado y tengo que ir adaptándome, pero no es excusa, hay que ponerse a trabajar y probar cosas y estoy convencido que lo iremos encontrando.
We talked, Martin mentioned it on commentary, we barely saw you until Charles tried to make a move at the end of the race today.
Yeah.
Just what sort of pace have you got in that car? You're ahead of a Ferrari and a McLaren now today. So what do you think you've got this weekend?
I mean, it was all about tyres, to be honest. You saw Lewis was under a bit of pressure, but then he kept the tyres alive and then dropped everybody. And you know, mid-race I felt quite comfortable, with 4 seconds ahead of Charles, 4 seconds behind Oscar. And then suddenly I'm catching those guys. I'm like, you know, here we go. And I look at my mirrors and then Charles is catching me a lot. So let's see, I think he can go anyway.
We heard a radio message saying that was a tough one. Just tell us why that was so tough, that qualifying session.
Well, we started really optimistic naturally, but then we went, we made just a couple of small changes, tweaks to the car, and it really put the car on a knife edge. So I think the wind picked up a little bit as well, so the car was just trickier to drive, harder to put laps together.
When we spoke to you after the sprint, you said between Melbourne and here, you've asked for the car to be changed in a direction that suits you more. What do you want from the car, and what are you missing in this car at the moment that would help even more? Any particular characteristics, or is there anything you?
Not one particular thing. Like you want a car that's balanced. So at the moment, from one corner to the next, the car has a different balance. So you want a car that has a similar balance everywhere. As I said, we made the change, and then all of a sudden, high speed was overbalanced, and so you just want a car that you can rely on. And when you attack the corners, you know it's going to stay with you instead of lock up and go on, or snap into oversteer. And when it's unpredictable, then you got no hope.
Lewis Hamilton managed to show brilliant performance with Ferrari by winning pole position in the sprint qualifying session of the Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit. The British racer recorded the fastest time of 1 minute and 30.849 seconds, only 0.018 seconds ahead of defending champion Max Verstappen from Red Bull, who finished second. Oscar Piastri from McLaren completed the top 3 with a time of 1 minute and 30.929 seconds. This session was fierce, especially in the SQ3 phase, where Hamilton and Verstappen chased each other for the leading position. Charles Leclerc, Hamilton's teammate at Ferrari, finished in 4th position, followed by George Russell from Mercedes in 5th position. Lando Norris, who had led in SQ2, slipped on his last lap and had to be satisfied with 6th position behind his teammate Piastri. Young driver Kimi Antonelli, Mercedes, impressed by finishing in 7th position, while Yuki Tsunoda, Racing Bulls, Alex Albon, Williams, and Lance Stroll, Aston Martin, filled positions 8 to 10. This result determines the grid for the sprint race, which will be held tomorrow, Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, and promises to be an exciting battle on the track.